My name is Reverend Zina Kacha, and I'm so happy to see everyone here joining us in-house. And hello to all who are live streaming with us today. Whoever you are, wherever you are welcome here. We're so happy to have you. It was great to see some photos come through from Dr. Andrea and a pod of about 8 people who come from the center. They are in Europe, safely landed in Barcelona, and now are heading off to Portugal. So I can't wait to hear their adventures. Let's go ahead and turn it over to Tabor and the band for some opening song.
Well, if you all want to stand up and sing into this day, we'll sing Yes together. Take me to the water and I'll dive right in. I'm ready to let go of everything that's been. I said, take me to the mountain and I'll climb on up. From the highest peak, beauty's gonna fill my cup. I say yes, I say yes. I know all is well. All right, let's sing yes. I say yes, yes. I say yes. I say yes, yes. Knowing all is well. I say yes, yes. I say yes. I say yes, yes, yes. Knowing all is well. I say yes. I say yes, I know all is well. I said throw routine right out the door. When I'm scared I know it leads me to something more. Widen my gaze and see all there is. Take a leap of faith, I'm gonna find that bliss. I say yes, I say yes, I know all is well. I say yes, yes, I say yes. I say yes, yes, knowing all is well. I say yes, I say yes. I say yes, 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 knowing all is well. I say yes, I say yes. I know all is well. All right, let's throw that routine. I said throw routine right out the door. When I'm scared I know it leads me to something more. Widen my gaze and see all there is. Take a leap of faith, I'm gonna find that bliss. I say yes, I say yes. I know all is well. Let's sing that out together. I say yes, yes, I say yes. I say yes, yes, knowing all is well. I say yes, I say yes. I say yes, 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 knowing all is well. I say yes, I say yes. I know all is well. I say yes. Come on, you all say yes. We know all is well. I say yes. Oh, now we all say yes. We know all is well. Yes, indeed. Good morning, everybody. Why don't you take a minute to greet some of those neighbors out there? Let us know where you're from if you're on social media today. I'm in the right place at the right time. I am just where I'm supposed to be. I'm in the right place at the right time. I am just where I'm supposed to be. I'm in the right place at the right time. I am just where I'm supposed to be. I'm in the right place at the right time. I am just where I'm supposed to be. Oh, my soul is welcome here. Oh, my soul is welcome here. I am getting the message loud and clear. My soul is welcome here. I'm in the right place at the right time. I am just where I'm supposed to be. I'm in the right place at the right time. I am just where I'm supposed to be. Oh, my soul is welcome here. Oh, my soul is welcome here. I am getting the message loud and clear. soul is welcome here. My 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 soul is welcome here. Oh, well, we're so glad you're here today. Hey, I want to also introduce a friend of mine here on drums today. This is Dave Vons. He's joining us as a guest. And we're switching things up this morning. So we're actually going to have the kiddos, any kids, young folks who are here today who are going to be a part of our kid prom. We have a teacher here that is going to take you off after we sing this song. So if you want to come on up. Yes, they do a fun outdoor adventures and learn lots of cool stuff about nature and spirit. Yay! Oh, good to see some folks here today. All right, well, we are going to sing Hooray for the World, and I really encourage you all to really feel this one, because, we need more hooray in our life.
Yes.
Hooray for the world, I'm glad to be on it. Hooray for the world, I'm glad to be on it. Hooray for the world, it's a special place. We got Mother Nature and the human race. The world's got trees and bumblebees, rivers and lakes and the open seas, mountains and valleys and the animals too, and a sun that shines for me and you. Hooray for the world, I'm glad to be on it. Hooray for the world, I'm glad to be on it. Hooray for the world, it's a special place. We got Mother Nature and the human race. We got Mother Nature and the human race. All right, you all have fun today, and we'll see you after service.
Hooray for the world. Wow. I have more to say about that in just a moment, but I wanted to introduce myself and Wanda first. I'm your practitioner of the day, and Wanda Maddox is also helping us with practitionering. What does practitionering mean? It means praying, but we'll get to that in a minute, too. See, I'm not just a practitioner. I'm also a rabbi. And, I forgot, I have to time myself to make sure I don't overdo it. And we rabbis, we can overdo it sometimes. And so tonight is Rosh Hashanah. Rosh Hashanah, which means the head of the year. And I thought I would introduce to you for a few minutes of what that means. It's about hooray for the world. And 5,783 years ago, give or take 4 billion, the world was created. And so we're going to celebrate that. We do that every year. And it's the new moon that comes in the fall is when we do it. And there's this tradition that there's a book of life that God, whatever he, she, it, looks like or doesn't look like, opens up this book of life, writes in it what kind of year we will each have. And what I wanted to make sure that you knew is that that happens really for all of us. And it's your book. It's not my book. Yeah, mine's my book. And it's not a God out there's book. It's your book. And so I want you to take this opportunity to consider teshuvah, which means return. And the idea is to return to who we really are. Tefillah, prayer. And you all know what that means. We're going to hear one in just a moment. And tzedakah. Tzedakah sometimes means charity, but it always means justice. Tzedek, tzedek. Justice, justice. And so, you want to say a Happy New Year to somebody? Lashana Tova. To a good year. Lashana Tova. Lashana Tova. Okay. So, join me in prayer. join me knowing that not only is this a new day, a beautiful day, a new year, a beautiful year, where we come together in this moment, celebrating humanity in all its magnificence, and celebrating life, and celebrating each other. We open up our hearts and our minds to this moment, knowing that it is for good. Thank you, sweet Spirit, and so it is.
I am letting go of the things that no longer serve me. As I'm letting go, I am healed, I am made whole. I am letting go of the things that no longer serve me. As I'm letting go, I am healed, I am made whole. I am letting go of the things that no longer serve me. As I'm letting go, I am healed, I am made whole. I am letting go of the things that no longer serve me. As I'm letting go, I am healed, I am made whole. I am letting go. I am letting go of the things that no longer serve me. As I'm letting go, I am healed, I am made whole. I am healed, I am made whole.
Well, about once a year, I like to bring this song to the table because it's all about leaves falling and letting go, and also knowing that even when things don't appear to be maybe going the way you thought they would, or you thought you had a direction in mind or a speed in mind or whatever, and it's like just the pace that you're at is perfectly the pace you're supposed to be at. So that's what this song is about. There's a calling. We are falling like the leaves of autumn, somehow already forgotten the tree from which we came. There's a calling like the river she's aiming, always rearranging to keep us moving along. If you think you're traveling slow, remember it takes all this darkness to grow. A tiny seed holds all there is to know, and there falling like the leaves of autumn, somehow already forgotten the tree from which we came. There's a calling like the river she's aiming, always rearranging to keep us moving along. If you think you're traveling slow, remember it takes all this darkness to grow. A tiny seed holds all there is to know, and there's strength in letting go. We are drawing from an infinite unraveling. Oh, there's magic in meandering. Lean in and listen close. There's a longing, you can feel it in your heartbeat, and where the sky meets the open sea, always guiding us home. If you think you're traveling slow, remember it takes all this darkness to grow. A tiny seed holds all there is to know, and there's strength in letting go. There's a calling like the river she's aiming, always rearranging to keep us moving along.
Super fabulous. Thank you. Wonderful prayer. Thank you, Kalish, as well. So, funny story this morning. I mean, it wasn't funny at 5 in the morning to have to get up and bring someone to the airport, but funny story is that typically I have a process when I'm actually going anywhere, and that's that my partner, Patty, who many of you know, she does certain things for me, such as getting my hair ready and helping me not smudge my makeup. So I came in this morning, I was greeted by Wanda, and very lovingly, hi. And I got, you know how you build that insecurity a little bit of, ooh, okay. So I'm like, okay, I hope my hair looks good. And I think I went to the bathroom a couple times to check it out, and then I came back out, and I'm like, Wanda, I need to talk to you. So we go, and she's walking behind me. We go into the kitchen, and she shuts the door. She turns around. She goes, God, your hair, you look great. Your hair looks so good today. And I was like, right on. So thank you, Wanda, for catching the spirit. Well, I wanted to share this survey results that I was reading about. And the survey was done by a collaboration between Harvard and Stanford universities. And it was 3,100 participants. And in the survey, they asked one question. What are the silver linings that you experienced during the COVID years? Roll that off your tongue, years. And I think sometimes we forget that it really was years, right? And so I thought I'd share just a couple of high points of what the participants mentioned. Number one on the list was more time with loved ones. Many who had children reported that their kids were more involved in the family and how it was operating. Those with a partner reported that there was a deepening in their relationship. more calm walks together, less rush. The second thing that came out of it, as far as a silver lining, was that life just slowed down. And it was no longer about FOMO, the fear of missing out. And the other part was that almost 90% of people reported having had a direct experience of the divine. The thing that caught my eye the most was, of the other themes, was the idea that we had a shift in our work, didn't we? Work changed. And it changed to the point where now we're seeing that change happening, right? Many companies are adopting this idea of working from home. I'll tell you, if they would have surveyed me, my most highest silver lining moment would have been every morning when I would wake up and say, gray, blue, or black sweats. I secretly miss that. So my topic today is about these things. The world has changed. And even though sometimes it hasn't looked as though we are changing, there's great change, an undercurrent of great change happening. And we're all a part of it. And that's such a spectacular thing to think of. And one of the sort of challenges and also benefits is that to have change, we have to stop grasping. And we do have to get in the idea of letting go. And that's my topic today, grasping and letting go. And I'd like to go through 3 points with us as we're moving through this conversation. One is the adoption point. The other is alibis. And the last is alignment. So in context, when I think about that idea of an adoption point, you know, think of having a little puppy. You go, you get the puppy, you adopt it, you feel so proud, you think you're saving it, but we all know the truth. And then you leave and you have this little puppy and you become responsible. You engaged with. You give love, you receive love. And so when we're in an adoption point, we're actually taking our perception of things and adopting a new way of looking at what we've looked at for a very long time. And so when I think of that, I can't help to think of this sort of story that came to my life that is about imagination. So I hope you'll entertain me for a moment. Okay. Imagine. Just for a moment, imagine. The idea that the moment you were born, you were kicked off the edge of a precipice. Okay? You're falling. And I mean, you are falling. Gravity has hold, and it is just bringing you down. Next to you, as you're floating downwards, is a rock. And it's going alongside you. And somehow in that moment, we kind of say to ourselves, human reaction, we cling onto it. And we grab onto it. And we hold on to it, thinking that it is going to do something for us, give us something. And we all have a rock, all of us. That's what makes us human. And it could be relationship, maybe something's ending and it's time. It could be your vocation. You know, you go to that job, but you really don't like it. It could be your creative essence, like some kind of expression that you know is in you. It's meant to come out, but you hold on to your insecurity. You resist. And you think, I'm going to get something from holding on. Then the adoption point happens, and suddenly we turn. We turn our eye at the same object, but we see it differently. I mean, this is what we teach here, is looking at things in a different light. And when we are able to do that, then that's when we're able to learn these things that we hang on to, we grasp, we grip onto, are actually making us anxious. And that anxiety, in its definition, anxiety is the fear of one pair of opposites, usually the negative one, I'll admit it first, has the power to cancel out usually the positive one. And our worst fear and anxiety is that we're going to live in that negative outcome forever. But the thing is that life is always changing. I mean, I know that experience from my own life, and I'm sure you do too. And things are always changing, and with grasping, I'm resisting the change that is facing me. And with letting go, I'm actually in faith, and I'm trusting. And I'm just surrendering into the flow of life, into the moment, taking it for what it is, and knowing that there is some kind of something. We can call it anything we want, but there's that something that is there guiding us and being with us and inspiring us and bringing us exactly what we need on this journey of life. And when we get to that place of the adoption point, I know for me, alibis come into play, right? The alibis, those kind of lies we tell ourselves and each other about our littleness. The robe we put on, the costume we put on, like I'm up here in a robe and a costume, and I'm actually just playing minister, you know that, right? It is so much fun, and I love it, and it's what I've wanted all my life. And so for me, it's something that I can let go into. These alibis are interesting too because they're really our defenses, our mechanisms to not really see and embrace how absolutely magnificent we are. Just by virtue that we are breathing, that we're on this planet, that gravity is holding us to the earth, and that we are here together to make beautiful things happen is right there, makes us like supersonic awesome. And it's embracing that supersonic awesome by removing the alibis. And I don't know if you've ever had an experience where you have seen a guru or some spiritual teacher who just has the right words at the right time. They seem to have that. I have the good fortune to work with someone for the last 25 years. And it's so interesting because I'll have an appointment, and the day before I can be like, woohoo, life is... And then, there's always something that's ready at the top of our process of growth that is ready to what I call pop. It's ready to be released because it doesn't work anymore. It's that rock I'm hanging on to, and I just want to just do something different about how I'm seeing it. Not even changing it, changing myself. And here I stand right in front of her, and I'm also very fond of Baba Moji, and it's like this piercing look, and the face has either a grin or a smile. I'm never sure which one it is, to be honest with you. And I think it's both. I think that the grin is like, oh my God, you are doing such a great job at just seeing yourself as little, insignificant, worthless, tied up and bound onto this earth, ready for judgment and going right to your death's door. And you're playing that so good, they grinned. And then the other part is that they smile because they know. They see it. They have what our class was talking about last week. I have a Tuesday night class, and we're having really rich dialogue. And we were talking about how a dimmer switch can be on the light, and you can go low light, or you can just turn it up like full blast, right? And we were talking about how in any given day you can go from having a great experience to a low light. And much of it that came up in the conversation was ding, ding, ding. Oh my God. Oh God, the world. Oh my God, there's fires. My God, those political people are going to kill me. Oh my God. Oh my God. Okay. Shoo. The light dims down. And we end up believing the act of life. So to not believe the act of life is to give up our alibis. All of this is important because coming into alignment with what is the greatest thing that we can do for each other. Emma Curtis Hopkins, who's a fine teacher of New Thought, talks about the idea of the union of opposites. Now I want to kind of preface it with the union of opposites isn't this good, bad, love, hate, those kinds of unions of opposites. She's actually saying the union of opposite is getting it in your head, holding it tight, that you're divine, that you are a piece of the life force. Come here to have a human experience. And the other part is to remember that. You're both divine and human. So you're walking on the earth while living in the heavens. And this is what's so hard to do, but think of this. Why do you go to a chiropractor, right? You're like, oh God, my thing's a little off today. And you go and all of a sudden you feel back again, right? And then we go, and we were talking about that in class too last week. It's like that remembering the light and forgetting dim light. Remembering and forgetting. And so surrounding ourselves with those who remind us of who we are, whether it's a guru, a practitioner, a trusted ally, a friend, that says, I see you. I know who you are. You know, it's like when you're caught in a torrent and you're like floating down and you turn around, you start swimming uphill. And we're swimming uphill, right? Thinking that our will is going to get us against the natural forces of nature. Somehow we're going to miraculously be going uphill with ease and grace, right? And then it's just so simple, but so difficult to turn and just let go and let the stream carry us. And sure, if you're tired, find the eddy. Find the eddy. It's right there waiting. It's that calm spot between the shore and the water. You can rest, contemplate, and then let go again. It's also similar in some ways to sailing. Any sailors in the room? What do they say about sailing? Always keep the wind in your sail, right? Always. If you want to go against the wind, tack. Not attack, but tack. Tack is a mechanism, a technique to switch the sail and harness the wind to take you in the direction you choose and want to go. And it's the same with our lives. When we let go into it, we really fall in. We fall into an ability to see things even before they even happen. A great intuition begins to arise. That intuition sparks for us a knowing, and that knowing allows us to make right decision at right time. All the while being in this human body, all the while having all of the dramas of life playing out for us to see, And all along, we're being carried. I assure you and me of this. All along, we are being carried, not by the stream, but being as the stream. We are the stream. We are the stream of consciousness, and we're able to do miraculous things together. How about this? How about we imagine again? This is it, okay? Your days are over on this planet Earth experience. There you go into the chamber of the multiple beings. I'll tell you that story one day. And you arrive, and they come, and they're so excited. How was it? What happened? What did you do? And you can answer by saying, it was awful. I don't know what terrible. Or, wow, that was the best spiritual experience of my lifetimes. Let's pray. Just coming together in that idea of that infinite one, that always available, forever here, forever moving. It is the letting go, it is the flow, and we just fall into that. I know for myself right here and right now that I am one with the thing that holds up the moon and the stars. And as I know that about and for me, I know it for each and every person here and online and all over the world. Every sentient being is part of this orchestra playing itself out. I'm so grateful for this time, for letting go into what is, for this miraculous, beautiful day that is before us. And it's in gratitude and thanksgiving that I ask you to affirm with me now, and so it is. Thank you. Let's have the ushers come up. The ushers are going to come through, and just want to thank everybody for all of the generosity that this community brings. The amount of love and tithing and time and treasure all combined together to keep this beautiful property and everything that has to happen here going, and we are so appreciative of each and every one of you.
I am blessed. I am blessed every day of my life. I am blessed, 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 blessed. When I wake up in the morning, or I lay my head to rest, I am blessed. I am blessed. I am free. I am free. I am free. In the morning, or I lay my head to rest, I am free. I am free. I am blessed. Sing it out. I am blessed. I am blessed. Oh yeah, we're blessed every day of my life. I am blessed, 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 blessed. When I wake up in the morning, or I lay my head to rest, I am blessed. 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 One more time. I am blessed. I am blessed.
All right. Woo-hoo! Okay, I have a few announcements, and before I begin with these announcements, I'd like to just let you know you can register online or get information online about all of our special events on our website, And we also have an Ask Me desk available after service for any questions you have about upcoming events, classes, and offerings from the center. So we're going to start out with another ukulele class is going to be Tabor. Would you like to go ahead and tell us all about it?
Yes, I'd love to tell you. So I have some spots still left in the beginning ukulele class. It's for anyone about ages 12 to forever. So, if you're interested in learning how to play the ukulele, it's one of the many instruments that I play, and I'm very much just all about getting folks, you can be an absolute beginner or have other instrument experience, but it's all about playing songs. So we don't spend a ton of time with any, we do some technique stuff, but really it's like teaching you a handful of chords so that you can play some of the songs that we do around here. So I hope that you'll join me. There's a sign-up sheet in the back, and you can also ask me any questions after service too.
Great, thank you so much.
Oh, and that starts this Tuesday. So it starts this Tuesday, and if you don't have ukulele, but you need some time to get a ukulele, just talk to me and we'll get you hooked up for this week.
Beautiful, thank you. And a little introduction from Kathy about our CSL choir returning.
Hello, I'm Kathy Murray, and we're starting the CSL choir after 2.5 years of pandemic. We are going to start Monday, October 3rd, so not tomorrow, but the week after, at 6:30 right here. And you don't have to be able to read music, but come enjoy just singing along with people. And I have room for sopranos, altos, tenors, and baritones.
Oh, I see them all in this room. And Kathy Angel has a book study. We didn't plan it this way, but they all happen to be up here, so they might as well talk about their offering. We have Kathy Angel here. She's going to be launching a book study starting Monday.
A week from Monday.
A week from Monday. Go ahead, take over.
Oh, this is on a great book called Saving Us, A Climate Scientist's Case for Hope and Healing in a Divided World. And I did this last spring, and it was so successful. We had to offer it again. It's not your mama's book study. Let me just put it that way. We meet on Zoom, and I make it really fun with polls and breakout rooms and videos so we can see what inspiring things are going on around climate, around the world. And so please join me.
Great, thank you so much. And I also like to talk about, just very briefly, to this Connections event is coming. We're going to have it October 15th here on the campus, and it's an in-person. We're tagging it. We have a dear person new to the center who kind of said, hey, aren't you a front door community? Front door community. So come with the Connection team to experience what it is like in a deeper level beyond the Sunday service of getting to know each other, learning about the center, learning about some places you might want to plug yourself in to help with the center or just use your gifts and talents for something here that will give you great joy. So please join us Saturday, October 15th from 10 a.m. to noon. We're also starting our coat drive again, and there's a barrel in the back of the sanctuary. It will stay there for the month. It will stay there for a month. If you have any kinds of warm clothing, some of the things they're asking for is great condition, warm winter coats and raincoats. Now, if you're not sure about the condition, ask yourself, would I wear this out in public? It's kind of a good measuring stick. And then if you say yes to yourself, please do feel free to donate. Winter coats for infants, children, teens, and adults. And many of us experienced a very cold winter last year. So this is something that we want to collaborate with the Interface Coalition to see if we can help those that may benefit from our help, okay? And then the last thing I have is we are really asking on 10:30 that you come to the center for the Sunday service. We have a guest speaker. It's actually two. It's two partners, Reverend Dr. Melissa Phillip and Reverend not Zina, Egloff. And they're very interesting. Yeah, you know them? Okay, fantastic. They're going to be here October 30th here in the sanctuary doing the Sunday service. And I'll be here ushering that event. And it's going to be a super, super fun gathering. And I believe that on 10:30, Love and Healing, is that, okay, I don't know who's leading that, but Love and Healing Workshop, 12:30 to 2:30 p.m. Bring a snack lunch. It sounds great. We all love love, and we all love feeling like we're healing, right? So join us. I want to thank 10:30 as well, afterwards. Oh, 10, oh, it doesn't, yeah,
So I think, and I
10:30.
think, is that a workshop that they are doing?
October 30th.
Yeah, not the 10:30. October 30th.
That 10, yes.
And it may be a workshop that they
Thank
are
you.
putting
That's
on.
a workshop
Yeah, the
that
guests are putting on.
they're doing afterwards. I appreciate that clarification. Okay, and I cannot believe we had a gentleman new to us today say, "Can I have that bulletin after you're done?" And I'm like, "Yes," and I'm going to test you to see if you remember everything we said today. Thank you so much for your time and attention today. Enjoy this beautiful day.
Well, we'll sing out into this day together if you want to stand with us and sing. Gonna climb this mountain, won't stop till I get to the top, one step at a time. No doubt about it, won't stop till I get to the top, one step at a time. Gonna climb this mountain, gonna climb this mountain, won't stop till I get to the top, one step at a time. No doubt about it, won't stop till I get to the top, one step at a time. Leave behind what's weighing me down, leave behind what's weighing me down, wash away what's holding me back. My heart is falling, face forward, feet on the ground, living in this courage I found. The sky is calling, gonna climb this mountain, won't stop till I get to the top, one step at a time. No doubt about it, won't stop till I get to the top, one step at a time, 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 one step at a time. So wonderful to see your faces today. Hope to see you again soon. Have a lovely week.